What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beards and Bars. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for watching last week. All 15 of you, 18, however many it was. 12 of those are probably me. Were you watching my video a few times? But hey, cool, whatever. I'm gonna keep doing this if you're watching or not. So yeah, let's have fun with it. First of all, we got some new merch in the store. Link will be down below. So get your logo shirts. We got a lot of other stuff in there as well. So support us by going out and buying these shirts. First 100 customers will get 10% off of anything in the store with the exception of our gift cards. I think it's first 100 is the code. I'll have that link or that code in the stuff below. You know how all that is. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers to this channel by the end of June. This is April 26th as of this video. I'll probably post this today or tomorrow. By the end of June, I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. So if you're not subbed already, sub below. Support the channel. Around here, we talk about motorcycles. You know, see, I got it in the frame this week. Lifting weights. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right here. You see this one. Lifting weights, beards, men's lifestyle. We're just having a good time with it. Last week, I posted a video about how I lost 30 pounds, almost 40 pounds in about 4 to 5 months. I gave y'all some steps. Hope you all watched that and can take some of those in. But there was one major thing I left out of that. And I sort of did it on purpose. And what is that major thing I left out? Well, I just want to come clean right now and say to you all, before this turns into some Liver King type of thing. Yeah, I wish I was that famous. I am on TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. And I want to talk to you today about what that is, what it isn't, what it's done for me, what it can possibly do for you, reasons why you should consider it, and some reasons why you might not want to see, there I go again, talking. Some reasons why you might not want to consider it. I'm going to mix some things in. It's not like a top 10 do's and don'ts and all that. It's going to be mingled in. Going to tell you my story, my journey, how I got on it, and all that. So, long time ago, I don't remember the exact year, but a while back, riding down the road, I hear a radio station ad. Do you feel, not depressed, I wasn't depressed, I don't want to use that word, but do you feel down? Do you feel overweight? Do you feel sluggish? All these other trigger words, whatever you want to use. If so, you may need to check out this male medical center. And I was like, yeah, I do feel these ways. I can't lose weight for anything. Not that I was really trying, but I didn't feel like at the age of 30, whatever, early 40s, whenever it was, I didn't feel like I did when I was 20. Who does? There must be something wrong with me. I'm going to go check this out. So I went to this medical center. It was a male medical center, hoping that they would just say to me, you know, well, actually I had two hopes. One, I was hoping maybe it would be something was wrong and they'd give me this miracle drug and everything would be cured. Or they would say to me, just get your butt in gear, get in the gym and stop playing around. Those were my two hopes, which is, I guess, is really your only two options. So anyways, I get to the center and they test my levels. And they come back and they say to me, Mr. Weiser, these are the lowest levels we have ever seen in this clinic since we've opened up here. They were really low, I think. Anyway, I'm getting off track. They said, these are the lowest levels we've ever seen since we've opened up this center. We've got to get you on something immediately. So it kind of scared me, intimidated me, whatever word you want to use. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So we went over pricing. It wasn't what was causing my low T. It was none of that stuff. It was, we got to immediately get you on this stuff. We're not going to educate you on what it is or anything like that. The price is X amount of dollars down, which is enough to buy a used car, and then like $250 to $300 a month. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, can I afford this? Can I afford not to do it? Back and forth. So I crunched the numbers best I could on my cell phone at the time, knowing what my finances were. And I was like, yeah, I can pull this off. So I signed the contracts, whatever. I'm paying like $250 a month for TRT replacement. I don't know what TRT is. That's my fault. I'll admit it straight up. That's my fault. I didn't educate myself. But it went from I didn't know I had a problem to I have a problem to we're going to fix it immediately. There's no breaks. And I felt more like I was being sold a used car than I was a medical treatment. So immediately went in, paid in my down payment, first 2 or 3 months worth. They injected pellets into my butt. That's how it works. And like I said, I don't know what I just did. My fault. Again, my fault. So I go home and I read up on it, and more information I'm learning about this. It's a good thing, but also it can be a bad thing because once you start, you have to keep going. I didn't feel any different. I didn't feel like I needed real support, whatever. So I stopped doing it. I did that one injection and then I stopped. I didn't go to any follow-up appointments or anything like that. I take responsibility for that, but also that particular clinic, which I will not name, also didn't do a good job of explaining to me exactly what was going on. So I quit the treatment. I quit paying. I know I signed the contract, but whatever. I quit paying. They demanded their money. I paid them, just got out of my life. So I moved on, thought to myself, you know what? If I'm being really real with myself, I've not actually tried to lose weight. I eat like crap. I don't exercise like I should. I've not really tried to do this for real. So if I try to do it for real, what could be the results? So I kept trying, and just nothing was really changing. I was still staying at the weight. When I say I was trying, probably around, if 100% is all in, I was probably around 60 to 70%. So end of 2019, I go in for my physical. I told you I'll do that every year. And I was in for my physical, and toward the end of it, my doctor asked me, she said, is there anything else you want to talk about? Is there anything else you want to discuss? And I said to her, by the way, this happened to me at a male clinic a few years ago. They said my levels were as low as they've ever seen in their life. And they got me on TRT, and I took it once, blah, blah, blah. It's something I might want to get checked out again. And she asked me about other questions, other symptoms, and I said, no, I don't suffer from that, this or that. Y'all can use your imagination. I said, I'm good everywhere else. I just don't feel like I can lose weight. That was my main symptom. So she said, we're going to keep an eye on this. I'm not going to test you right now, but what I'll do is I'll prescribe you a weight loss pill. We're going to get you on a diet, blah, 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 and let's see if we can get the weight off naturally. So I did that. Took the pill. Still, my weight is right around 250 to 260, right around that range. It's not changing. So as y'all hear, end of 2019 into 2020, we know that big C word started and everything was what it was. So it was 2021, the beginning of 2021, when I went back for my next physical. And again, it was March 2021. I say to the doctor, hey, I want to look at this. I want to, if nothing else, just for peace of mind, can we test my testosterone levels just to see where they are, what's going on with them? She said, that's fine. You've been tested before. They tested low. You're telling me these symptoms that you're experiencing, whatever. I can justify at least getting blood work done and testing it. So we do the blood work first thing the next morning, because you're supposed to do that in the morning. My numbers, and for those of you who know this stuff, I think this number might shock you. I don't know the numbers to go after it, but whatever. 150. That was what my testosterone level was at, maybe 154. That's ridiculously low. 300 is considered very low. I was at 154. If my numbers doubled, they would still have been extremely low. So she sends back a message in my chart, and she said, these numbers are really low. We need to figure out what's going on. And that's the one thing I appreciated about my doctor. She didn't immediately say, we're going to get you on TRT right now. Come back tomorrow. We're going to get you prescribed and get you going. She went through the process with me. Let's rule out. Let's make sure there's not raised cortisone levels, which are stress levels. Let's make sure there's nothing going on with your pituitary gland. I think I said that right. That the hormones or whatever is not producing. Let's make sure there's nothing else going on with your body first before we start the TRT. So That physical and blood work was done at the beginning of March. We spent March and April going through test after test after test, blood work. I was probably in the doctor's office 2 or 3 times a week getting blood work just to make sure nothing else was going on. And part of me, I was frustrated because I was like, I want to start this. I want to go. Let's get these injections. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But I was appreciative of her for going through those steps to make sure there was nothing else going on. So by the end of April, we ruled out all possibilities that anything major was going on other than my extremely low testosterone. So we start the injection. It's like, I don't know, milliliters or whatever it is. I'm not a doctor. By the way, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. So don't take this as medical advice. I was doing 200 milliliter shots every other week, and then we bumped it up to 100 milliliters every week. So started out doing it on Friday mornings, and now I do it Thursday evenings. I take the needle, put the shot in my thigh, whichever one I want to do that week, and that's it. That's all there is to it. I do it myself. The first one I did at the doctor's office. Now I do it myself, and it's not that hard. It's a little weird at first to give yourself a shot, but it is what it is. I'm used to it now. There are times when I'll give myself the shot and I can barely feel it. There's other times I'll put the needle in and you might as well stab me with a freaking sword because I just didn't prep right. But anyway, so yes, I'm on TRT. That's how I got started on it. Been on it. This is 2023 now, so I've been on for 2 years. Now, let's shift gears. Let's talk about some of the results, some of the things that happened. 2021, I start this stuff. I don't lose a pound. Maybe I lose 2 or 3 pounds. I'm not really getting any stronger. Here's what happened. In my mind, I'm like, well, I've got this stuff now. This is a miracle drug. I can just take this and I'm gonna be ripped like The Rock, ripped like Arnold, whoever you want to put in there. I'm gonna be huge, but I wasn't. I was still fat. I was still miserable. I was still all these things, folks. I want to stress this to you if you're thinking about getting on TRT. First of all, you have to need it, but I'll get into that in a second. It is not a miracle drug. It will not make you stronger. It will not make you thinner. It will not help you lose weight if you do not put in the work. So for all of 2021, I stayed the same. Probably gained weight because it can make you gain weight. 2022, for the most part, stayed the same. If you go back to my video last week, I can tell you up until December 23rd, I stayed the same. It was what it was. On December 23rd, when I decided to make the lifestyle change and do things the right way, is when I started seeing results and very rapidly started seeing results. Like I said, when I shot that video last week, I told you I was at 258. When I weighed in this morning, I was at 222. So math that, whatever, 36 pounds, I think is what that number is. Yeah, 36 pounds. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments below. So yeah, 36 pounds in the last 4 months is how much I've lost. I don't know how much TRT had to do with that. I know before when I tried to lose weight, I wasn't doing that great. And now that I'm on TRT, I was able to lose the weight. I don't know if it's because I actually dedicated myself to what I was wanting to do. I got that fire lit under me and everything worked out. I don't know how much the TRT had to do with it. I do know that since I started taking it, my mood has evened out quite a bit. I feel more confident, and it could all be placebo. I don't know. Am I telling you to go out and try this stuff? And it's not something you really try. It's not like candy. It is something I'm saying that if you don't feel like you should, have the conversation with your doctor. I do not suggest going to these male clinics. I don't suggest that at all because they are there to sell you the product, not sell you a cure. But I want to say more about that, but I really shouldn't. But go to your doctor. You may have to fight them to get them to do the test, but they should do it. If you ask for it, they should do it. Insurance might not pay for it. You might have to save a little bit of money to get the blood work done, but do it. Get your test and find out where you are. Like I said in the video last week, you got to know where you are to move forward. So get those numbers. If your levels are not low, and you'll have to decide on that yourself. If your numbers are not low, don't take this stuff, because once you start, you cannot get off of it. It is a forever type of thing, and you will have to be on it for the rest of your life. I will have to be on this product for the rest of my life. And that, while I'm excited that it's a cure, for lack of a better word, and it's helped me out, I have a fear that what happens in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, if this stuff's not available anymore, if we're in some kind of crazy apocalyptic world and this stuff is not available, I worry about that. I really do, and not to the point where it consumes my life, but yeah. So if you don't have to be on it, don't be on it. But if it's something that you go to your doctor and it's something that you both decide, hey, this will help you, this will help enhance your life, try it. Or I shouldn't say try it, because it's not something, once you try, you can't really get off of it. Consider it. Consider it. I've had no ill side effects from it at all. Like I said, I do the injection once a week. I feel better. I'm stronger now. I don't know how much of that has to do with the TRT, but I'm sure it has something to do with it. All this stuff kind of meshing together has made my life so much better. Losing the weight, working out, eating right, doing the TRT. I'm 44 years old, by the way, for those of you who may be wondering the age. Probably went to the male clinic when I was 38 or 39. So this was a 5-year journey. And I regret sort of waiting as long as I did to get on it, but I'm glad I'm on it now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to really say about it. If you have any questions for me, post it in the comments below. I want to help you with this process. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I cannot recommend it to you. I will not recommend it to you. I'm just saying that it is an option out there for men who might need that help. And you can sit there, 2 things, or more than 2 things. You may be doing the work and you can't get any results because your T is so low that you will not get the results. And also on the other side of that coin, if you start TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy, if I haven't said that already, don't expect that to be the only thing that you need to get your butt in gear. You have to put in the work. You absolutely have to put in the work. TRT is not a steroid. Let me get that clear. It is not a steroid. People associated with that, it is not a steroid. But I always get annoyed when there's pictures of dudes on the internet, Facebook or wherever, who are jacked, who obviously been working out, ripped, and the comments underneath it are always steroids. Oh, he's on juice. Steroids, steroids, steroids. Maybe so. Maybe that's true. But that dude still had to put in the work. He still had to diet. He still had to exercise, all the things. You still have to put in the work to look the way those guys do. So it's a cop-out when people say, oh, that guy's in shape because he's on steroids. Maybe that helped. I don't know. Whatever. But I'm getting off on a little tangent there. It doesn't matter. So that's it for this video. We're going to try to upload something every Wednesday or Thursday. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. It's not just going to be fitness stuff. That's just where my head and heart and all that is right now. We got motorcycle stuff coming up. I'll take you on a tour of the bike soon. We got tattoo tours coming up. I'm all tatted up on this arm. So we'll do some tattoo tours. Good stuff, just some men's lifestyle. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me. Go check out the store below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time.